This is a KOIN 6 News breaking news alert.
We've been speaking of the unprecedented weather event that's unfolded before us starting Monday of this week. That has passed.
The weather has changed, but the danger continues as wildfires burn across the region, forcing thousands from their homes and taking the lives of at least 5 Oregonians. With the weather changing, crews battling the fires can switch gears. Until now, they've only been able to focus on saving lives. Now they're going to attack to stop those fires from spreading. Here's the latest at 4 o'clock. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Dan Tilkin. We want to show you what's happening. We're going to concentrate on these fires because this is where the greatest danger is. This is the Lion's Head fire here. It combined with the Beachy Creek fire. This is Marion County. Here you have Clackamas County, and this is the Riverside fire right here. They began concerned that these two fires were going to touch and meet and cause this vortex of flame, which would be really, really dangerous. The good news today is they said they don't think these fires have actually come together yet. But they're very concerned about this part of the fire. You can see there's 1, 2, 3 fingers of the fire. This finger here actually jumped the town of Estacada, and they're in what they called an urban interface, where they're fighting the fire, around the city, but actually jumped over there, stopped about a half mile outside the city limits. They do believe they've got it stopped, which is obviously excellent, so they're working on that. Down here, this finger, the one going towards Malala, that fire is stopped about 4 miles outside the city limits. So great news, as you can see these wind arrows going that way now. Okay, we have team coverage. Our crews scattered throughout the state along the fire lines, but let's begin in the trouble spot that Dan just pointed out. Estacada, Molalla, Oregon City, and Clackamas County. That's where Lisa Balick is standing by with the latest there. Lisa?
Yeah, I'm outside the fire station where Clackamas County Fire and other crews updated us as to the latest. And again, you gave a good picture over all of what's happening. And one of the biggest issues happening right now is they finally have been able to get the firefighters back on the front lines of the fire, deeming that it's safe enough right now since those two fires have not merged. And that's going to make a big difference, especially having the additional federal firefighters that have come in. And as they mentioned today, more coming in from Utah and Wyoming. Now, also at the same time, there is a lot of concern about what's going on with empty homes in the area with all the evacuations. There's a lot of concern about looting, with hundreds of people who have been evacuated. People say they are worried, but the sheriff says there have been some arrests and they are keeping an eye on what's going on.
I can tell you, just over the night, we had about 100 calls. Out of those 100 calls for suspicious activities and those kinds of things, all of those were determined that were unfounded. We've created a detective unit and combined with our office and the state police to look at each and every one of these. There's a lot of concerns about, is there arson? I can tell you we, not overnight, but the night before, we did make some arrests.
But the sheriff went on to say there is no evidence so far of any organized groups setting fires. And again, they are increasing patrols. Keep in mind that curfew that started last night in Clackamas County from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is in effect. And the sheriff said it will stay in effect for some time, unless, of course, you are trying to evacuate or you have work someplace that you have to be. But again, we saw, though, when we talked to people who were evacuated, people camping in different areas who are very concerned, they actually have sent some of their family members back in behind the lines where they've been evacuated to keep an eye on their homes. They say they are very worried. They had heard a lot of things about people going into homes, perhaps burglaries underway. But again, the sheriff's saying at this point they have not seen anything, but they do expect people to call if they know of anything or of any concerns. Back to you.
Okay, another note here, Dan. You look on the Oregon Emergency Management map, it says 33 homes have been lost in that Riverside fire.
Right, exactly. When we ask fire authorities about it, they say, this is a fluid situation. We haven't gotten in there and confirmed anything, but the official map for the Oregon Office of Emergency Management says 33 homes have been lost in the Riverside fire in Clackamas County. The Beachy Creek and Lion's Head fires in Marion County have now burned more than 300,000 acres combined. Evacuation orders remain in place for thousands of homes.
Lindsay Nadrit's live in state. And I know, Lindsay, you spent the day talking to people waiting to see what's left of their homes and property.
Yeah, well, all of the level 2 and level 3 evacuation orders in Marion County are still in place. And because of that, most people haven't been able to go back in to see if their homes are still standing. I spoke to one woman, though, who did go back to Detroit on Wednesday and shot this video. It's just devastating to see home after home completely destroyed by the fire. At this point, we don't have an exact number of homes lost. Crews are still trying to assess the damage, but there are so many people who have nothing to go back to.
The fire is very scary because it's like where I've grown up, and my dad took me fishing up there in Detroit all the time. And seeing the stuff that's been going on and all of it burning down is very scary, and knowing people have lost lives and homes. It's just, I'm sitting here all week wondering if it's going to reach us. It's been very scary also, but
I think it's probably gone. I'm not about 99% sure it's gone. The whole city's gone pretty much. A few houses withstood, but majority of them are gone.
Robert Bruce, who you just heard from, told me they didn't get much notice to evacuate Detroit and were only able to grab a few things to take with them. And to get out, they had to drive several miles with fire surrounding them on both sides of the highway. He told me they could actually feel the heat on their windows. So far, the Marion County Sheriff's Office has confirmed 2 deaths. 18 people have been reported missing from evacuation areas. Again, they know people are anxious to go back to check on their homes, but they said right now only fire and law enforcement are being allowed into Detroit and Idana. They said they're not even letting utility crews in at this point because it's just too hazardous. Reporting live, I'm Lindsay Nadrich, KOIN 6 News.
It's just so emotionally jolting what's happened to the folks along that Highway 22 corridor.
All right, the weather, such a key to all of this. Natasha standing by with the latest.
And once again, we're getting a little more help in the weather department. We're adding some humidity to the atmosphere, which is a huge help when you consider any sparks out there that could become flammable very quickly. We were talking about that a couple days ago. Now we're starting to see everything kind of dampened out by a nice marine influence. Once again, just to show you the proximity here, Beachy Creek fire, as well as the Riverside fire there near Estacada. Noticing the wind direction, it's coming from the northwest. Not all that strong, just about 3 to 4 miles per hour. But what's significant here is that we're seeing that marine air seep in through the coastal gaps over to the valley and now over closer to our fires, which is huge. We want to add humidity to the atmosphere here. Also, what else is helping us is the fact that we have high pressure in place. We have the sinking air and a very stable atmosphere. So you're not going to see a big swirling of winds happening. Again, everything nice and light for us. Zooming a little bit closer to Oregon City, Molalla, and Estacada. Again, just 4 to 5 miles per hour. All this coming out of the northwest. One huge consideration continues to be the air quality. You can see the entire western half of Oregon, as well as now Washington, in the unhealthy to hazardous categories. The only places seeing decent air quality at this point is out towards Burns and Baker City and into Idaho. Everywhere else, we are dealing with this air quality issue. Air quality alert will remain in effect at least through Monday. Let's take a wide look at our winds across the state. Overall flow is from the northwest. This will continue to be the case, and we're even talking about the chance of bringing in some rain, and not just for one day, perhaps for several days in a row.
Great news for those fighting the fires. Let's head to the coast now. The Echo Mountain Complex fire continues to burn over 2,400 acres in Lincoln County.
And we've just learned some evacuation levels have been downgraded. Our Jacqueline Abad is live in Lincoln City with more on that situation.
Jeff, Dan, crews are working on the fire as well as restoring power here in Lincoln City. Because of the nearby fire, the hospital here in Lincoln City was evacuated and closed. Now people are back here at the hospital trying to make sure that everything is up and running so they can reopen. Now take a look at this map. Just a couple of minutes ago, we learned that the area from the roads end from the beach over to Highway 101, south to Northwest 39th, and west to the ocean were downgraded to a level 2. So those residents may return home, but be aware aware that gas is not back on yet and the power may be spotty. Now, fire crews say the Echo Mountain Complex fire did not grow and firefighters were able to keep it within its perimeters. Today, firefighters are working to construct fire lines and lay hoses. Today, we spoke with evacuees.
It was like a campfire times 1,000. Like, the smoke was just so bad. Like, you could barely see. Like, you're coughing. Like, my cat couldn't breathe. Like, I couldn't breathe.
Now, for evacuees who do need help, they can go to the Newport Recreation Center. Today, we also learned now, according to the Oregon Emergency Management, at least 100 structures were damaged. But Lincoln County officials say that crews are being called in to assess. That assessment may take a couple of days. Officials are asking people to respect the road closures. Then they say that they will be updating and letting people know when they can re-enter their areas through the Lincoln County Alert System. We have more information on that on KOIN.com. Reporting live in Lincoln City, Jacqueline Abad, KOIN 6 News.
100 residences destroyed, and that's just the beginning of the count. Jacqueline Abad, thank you. The fire burning in Lane County on the McKenzie Highway continues to grow and threatens thousands of homes. We'll have the latest on the holiday farm fire.
And people near Canby scrambling to pack up and prepare to leave. We got a live report from the Level 2 evacuation zone coming up.
Plus, a major road construction project put on hold. Find out why the interstate bridge connecting Portland and Vancouver will not close this weekend as planned. It is time for a look at what you can expect on News Nation tonight, airing on WGN America. Let's go to a familiar face, Joe Donlan, and a lot of your broadcasts has to do with us.
It will, Dan, and you know, I've been watching a lot of your live stream. You guys are doing a great job covering these fires, and I couldn't help but think just a minute ago as I was waiting to chat with you guys that this reminds me of probably the last great natural disaster there in Portland, the floods of 96. I mean, 8 people died in that, and when you look at the amount of damage, I think this fire event statewide could ultimately eclipse or certainly join the conversation as one of the worst natural disasters to happen in that state. So our thoughts certainly with you tonight as all of the folks in Oregon deal with this. I've been trying to explain to my coworkers here in Chicago that this is the equivalent of having evacuations 20, 30 minutes south of downtown Chicago. It's just unheard of what we're watching there. And when we heard about the 500,000 evacuations, anyway, we're all thinking about you, and I will tell you a little bit more about what we do have coming up tonight, which is our West Coast correspondent, Nancy Liu, is actually there in Southern Oregon. She's a little bit near Medford to talk about a couple of the towns that have been wiped out there by the fires, and I believe Nancy will join you in your 5 o'clock hour. We'll have sweeps of all of our Nexstar stations up and down the West Coast bringing you the latest. Also, we found a group that lost loved ones in the 9/11 attack, and for 19 years they've been turning their tragedy into hope for others, and they do all this anonymously. It's a wonderful story you'll see tonight only on News Nation. Plus, a vaccine we've been giving to kids for 40 years. Could it help prevent COVID-19? And we catch up with country music superstar Justin Moore. He's had 9 #1 hits. His latest is called Why We Drink. And there are certainly no shortage of reasons, considering how 2020 has gone. But it's Friday night. Keep in mind that could be problematic, so remember moderation. It's a fun visit with Justin, and you'll see it tonight on News Nation on WGN America. Dan and Jeff, I would tell you guys to have a good weekend, but I know there are much more important things going on, and an awful lot of people trying to do their best to save that. It just broke my heart today to hear what happened at Detroit Lake. I mean, all of the times we spent summers there and on the way to Central Oregon. I feel for everyone back there and what you're all going through, and just understand that my thoughts are with you all.
Right, and we're so excited that the weather has changed for the good, but then you realize, well, then we're going to start assessing the actual damage and what has been lost. So yeah, we have some tough times ahead of us. Thanks for your thoughts, Joe.
No doubt.
We are getting some good aerial views of the Big Hollow fire. That's burning in southwest Washington right now. You can see huge plume of smoke against the blue sky over the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. Much different conditions than what we're seeing across Oregon. That fire has burned more than 12,000 acres since it started on Tuesday. Right now, areas around Yale Lake are under level 2 evacuation orders. Swift Reservoir and Lake Merwin are under level 1 orders. Fire bosses say they're working on a plan to protect homes and resources there.
The Holiday Farm fire burning east of Eugene is now over 156,000 acres and still 0% contained. Nearly 18,000 structures are being threatened by the fire. However, the slightly improving weather kept any more from being lost overnight.
We've had an increase in the acreage, but our field operations people said that we had a good night. We didn't lose any structures overnight, and while this fire did move a little bit, it was in places that were in the wilderness, things like that, and so that's a positive. No new structure loss.
Many communities west of the fire along the McKenzie Highway are under level 3 go now evacuations. That stretches all the way to Walterville and into parts of Springfield.
But let's focus back on the Riverside fire burning in Clackamas County. It's now more than 130,000 acres. No containment at this time. Reporter Kate Houston live tonight. Kate, I know you spoke with lots of folks out there. What's your exact location? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm right along Highway 170. This is in between Canby and Molalla. And right now I'm actually in a level 2 BSET evacuation zone. And I want you to take a look behind me at this smoke. It's really getting thicker as we're standing out here. In fact, ash is starting to fall around us as well. Now, fire crews say erratic winds yesterday caused that fire to grow on all sides. The largest growth was to the east and the southeast. Fire crews say the heavy smoke here could prevent pilots from flying over the fire, but they do plan to use an unmanned aerial system for some observations. Now, Molalla is still in a level 3 evacuation, prompting community members to step in and help those who have evacuated or who need to evacuate. I spoke to a group from Canby that's rescuing livestock.
I reached out to a friend of mine. They donated their trailer to us to use, and since we got the trailer, we've been go for about 72 hours on as little sleep as we have. But
You have around 1,000 miles?
Yeah, we've got just under 1,000 miles on the truck alone.
The group is coordinating with the owners. The animals will be returned when safe. Right now, there is a curfew across all of Clackamas County from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. No one other than those working in life and property saving activities or those who have a night shift may be in the streets or in public places. Now, in addition to this curfew, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is also going to be upping their patrols in some of those level 3 evacuation areas to make sure that homes and businesses are safe. Reporting live near Canby tonight, Kate Houston, KOIN 6 News.
The Oregon State Fairgrounds in Salem have been taking evacuees since early Tuesday. Our AJ McCord is live where she spoke to a family who has been there since then. AJ.
That's right, Dan. It happened so fast. That's what so many of the evacuees here at the Oregon State Fairgrounds tell me. One family enjoyed Labor Day on Detroit Lake. They went to bed preparing for a windstorm and woke up to a firestorm.
Went to bed just thinking we had to worry about the wind, and we got a text from the neighbor about 1:30 in the morning letting us know that we needed to get ready to evacuate. And a few minutes later, she said it was go time. We had to evacuate.
It was like my eyes were watering of how smoky it was, and even when we kicked on the AC, you would just get a whiff of the smoke.
In a matter of minutes, the Davidson family was out of their beds and into the raging Beachy Creek fire in the wee hours of Tuesday morning. Later that day, they knew the state of their house through a friend.
Drove up there about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. He called me and he said, "Bro, your house is on fire," and that's the first word we got of it.
Well, guys, this is all that's left.
And then we went up there later in the day, and that's when we first saw it. Couldn't get super close to the house because it was still burning and hot, but we were able to go up there, kind of see what was going on, get the rest of our animals.
I have a Yukon full of chickens. We have a goose. We have our turkey.
Despite the devastation of their property, the Davidsons say the community has made them feel far from alone.
It's just been an amazing amount of support that we've gotten. You know, people are like, when are you ready? We're going to go. We're going to help you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
And they got out, all that really mattered.
All of the animals got out safe and all the people got out safe. So, I mean, yes, it's the house that burned down and everything in it, but, you know, that's all stuff that we can just buy again.
Knowing that so much of our state is under evacuation watches, the one message the Davidson family wanted me to pass on was they encourage everyone to be prepared. Rick said, you can always unpack, but you can't always go back and get what you didn't. So certainly some good advice from this family who honestly was in great spirits and feeling very lucky and taken care of here at the Oregon State Fairgrounds. Live from Salem, I'm AJ McCord for KOIN 6 News.
You know, I can't help but think, AJ, normally this time, you know, the state fair would have been wrapping up and it would have been maybe cleanup down there. Now folks are evacuating in those fairgrounds. AJ, thank you for talking to the folks down there. Natasha, standing by in the Weather Center. What are the weather headlines at this hour, Natasha?
We're once again talking about air quality still impacted, low visibility, a change in the weather that is helping firefighting efforts, and perhaps something even better next week, a chance at seeing some rain. So what are we seeing now? Winds are out of the northwest, so that's filtering in some higher humidity, which is key in firefighting as well. This is going to help out a lot. Air quality, though, still an issue for us as all that smoke is transitioning to a new space. And then the chance for rain starting for us on Monday. Here's your air quality map. Air quality alert will remain in effect at least through Monday at noon. And at that point in time is when we're talking about a big change, bringing in some rain. How about your current wind speeds, though? This is very important. Out of the northwest. Now, remember, we were showing you winds that were coming out of the south. That was transporting some small amounts of moisture. It certainly was changing the dry atmosphere. But this really helps. Wind out of the northwest anywhere from about 3 to 5 miles per hour. This is also key. Very light wind speeds. We're not going to see anything erratic with high pressure in place, a little bit of a marine influence. We're noticing very stable conditions. So that's what we need to help fight these fires. As we get through the weekend, we're expecting to keep that onshore flow going overall. That'll be key here for the next few days. But let's take a look at what's going to be happening as we roll into early next week. Where is all this smoke going? If you happen to notice, if you've been keeping tabs on our air quality, it's been in the unhealthy category to hazardous for pretty much the entire day and since yesterday. Now all that hazardous air is transitioning up towards Seattle. So we're actually trading places with Seattle where their air quality is officially a little bit worse than ours. So where is it going to go over the weekend? It will continue to transition off to the northeast, reaching the extents of eastern Washington all the way over to Idaho and Montana. Now this gets us to Sunday. So what's going to be happening Sunday night? We'll get enough of an onshore flow. All that smoke that's been sitting offshore over the ocean is now going to be transitioning to the east and moving far enough to the east that we could actually have some clearing by Sunday night at the coast. Again, this is just one model depiction, but just the hope that you might be able to actually have some blue sky at the coast by the time we get to Sunday night is pretty significant. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that this actually takes place. Noticing though where the worst of the smoke is going, heading over the Cascade Range and then eventually over into eastern Oregon, eastern Washington through Monday. At about the same time, we're looking for a system to come into the picture, bring us some rain. And as that system comes through, it will change wind direction once again. But because we'll be getting rain at the same time, that will be helping out our conditions significantly. Here's something else to note. All this smoke is dampening out the sun. Take a look at our 24-hour temperature change. We are seeing temperatures 15 degrees cooler compared to this time yesterday. Vancouver and Portland, look at this, even more significant. The Dow's almost 20 degrees cooler, all the way down to Madras. In fact, the Dow's looking at visibility less than a mile once again. Your temperatures up and down the valley, look at that, 64, Portland, 67, Salem. These are daytime highs that you would see in late October, not in the middle of September. Daytime highs for you right now at the coast, reaching just 59 degrees. It remains very cool there. You have 75 out towards the Dalles. Where you are lacking any smoke and you have plenty of sunshine, you have no problem getting hot. Look at that, Burns at 91, LeGrand 87 degrees, John Day at 81. That's the last stronghold for some decent air quality right now is far eastern Oregon, but again, that's going to be changing by tomorrow. Looking at your wind forecast, just for the Portland area specifically, noticing as we get through the next few hours, we'll see that wind direction change a little bit. It'll be going from the northwest to mostly out of the north. And that really remains fairly unchanged as we get through tomorrow morning and then tomorrow afternoon, but very light winds overall. Something else that's significant that we're monitoring when we're talking about the chance for rain. Could we get maybe a day of rain? Sure. Could we get 3 or 4 days in a row of rain? Because that would be huge. Watch this map. This is precipitable water. So we're looking at how much moisture is actually hanging out in the atmosphere when you measure a column of air. So this is Monday night. Look at this stream of moisture. Where it's the brightest color indicates the most amount of moisture available, which would transfer to measurable rain for us. So this is Monday night. Watch as this system stays with us all the way through Thursday and Friday. Here's another view of it, looking at from kind of a radar satellite point of view. We get to the second part of the weekend. There you go, into Monday. Now Monday night, we're starting to see rain develop in the valley and along the coast. You're still dry though, east of the Cascades. And then as we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, there we go, more rain. Now, most of this is going to initially just be hitting the western slopes and also the western half of Oregon and Washington. Now, as soon as we get to Thursday and Friday, we might see that area of low pressure transition to the east just enough to bring rain over to the eastern halves of Washington and Oregon. Either way you slice it, any amount of rain that we can get at this point would be fantastic. Expecting smoky skies for the next couple of days over your weekend. Temperatures likely only reaching the upper 60s to low 70s until we can get a break from all that smoke. Bring in some rain and temperatures next week anywhere from 69 to about 73 degrees.
Coming up, we're talking with local health experts about things you should do and should not do in your home to help you breathe.
And a local fire department steps up with heartfelt donations for people in Detroit who lost everything in the Lion's Head fire.
Plus, we'll take a look at some of the damage in southern Oregon where entire towns were leveled, wiping out neighborhoods filled with hundreds of homes. We have breaking news. Deputies have made an arson arrest in southern Oregon in Jackson County. They say this man, 41-year-old Michael Bakella, started a fire near several homes in Phoenix while the Alameda fire was already bearing down on that neighborhood. Homeowners say they saw him lighting the fire next to railroad tracks but couldn't stop him because they were already fleeing for their lives. Investigators tell us Bakella is a transient and now faces arson and meth charges.
Absolutely incredible there. Now to southern Oregon, and that Alameda fire has destroyed the towns of Talent and Phoenix, wiped them out. At this hour, that fire is only 20% contained. FEMA says 600 homes burned in the fast-moving blaze. Let me repeat that. 600 homes lost there. 100 businesses destroyed in Talent and the Phoenix area down in southern Oregon. People who live there now going back into the area to search through the rubble for anything they can salvage.
It is a small town. It's a very close community. Obviously, you know, we're all close-knit and want to help each other out and obviously find each other's animals if we can.
There are 2 confirmed deaths connected to this fire. 2 firefighters were hurt. Highway 99 between Medford and Ashland remains closed, and several exits on I-5 also shut down. Then, this dramatic drone video shows the devastation. You can see the burned remains of the neighborhood where dozens of homes once stood. Now, the Alameda fire is one of the smaller fires in the state, but it's done some of the most significant damage to homes and property. And the South Obenchain fire is burning on the outskirts of Eagle Point at this hour. That's consumed more than 23,000 acres and destroyed at least 12 homes.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown and other state leaders are offering daily updates.
They're warning the official death toll from these fires could grow quite a bit over the coming days.
As of now, there are early reports from our state police that there are dozens of missing persons related to the fires, specifically in Jackson, Lane, and Marion counties. We will keep you updated as we gather more information.
You know, you think about folks who stayed behind to save their homes, and now they're on that missing person list. Authorities say they're comparing lists of missing persons reports with the names now of people in shelters and evacuation centers. Also, people who have counted themselves as safe on the online databases. In Washington, the governor also keeping people up to date in what the state is doing now with their daily briefings.
Yeah, earlier this afternoon, Governor Jay Inslee offered up a shocking statistic about this week's devastating fires.
The fires that we have suffered just in the last 5 days, just in those 5 days, are the most fire in any total year in the history of the state of Washington except for 2015.
The governor says around 3,000 homes and businesses are threatened by the fires in the state of Washington right now.
And more than a dozen large fires continue to burn in Washington. Take a look at this map. You can see the fires spread out across the state, including the Big Hollow fire near the Swift Reservoir. More than 500,000 acres burned in the state. And
within minutes, our house went up in flames.
These trees just went up, poof, 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 poof. I've never seen anything like this in Washington. I mean, I've lived here all my life.
There are more than 1,500 firefighters on the ground in Washington right now, and Dan's son is among one of those firefighters. Smoke pushing in from the fires in Oregon and California will reduce air quality across the state and could hamper firefighting efforts.
Yeah, my kid's working 16-hour days with all those other guys. So proud of him.
We're all proud of him and all proud of the firefighters. And you know, dozens of fires burning in California right now. The deadliest fire, the North Complex fire, burning just southeast of Redding.
At least 10 people have died. More are missing. It's burned nearly 250,000 acres. The town of Berry Creek was destroyed by the flames, and people in nearby communities have been forced to get out.
It's been really difficult.
It's dark, and the ashes were everywhere, and the wind was blowing outrageously bad.
Firefighters are dealing with very erratic flames. For the second time this week, a crew was overrun and had to use their emergency fire shelters. Damage assessment teams are planning to be on the ground in parts of California by today, and they have to do comprehensive surveys of all that destruction. A state of emergency is still in effect for the city of Portland. That's after Mayor Ted Wheeler's declaration yesterday.
Now, the mayor says the extreme wildfire conditions are threatening lives and property in the city and the greater metro area. So this order includes closing outdoor city-owned property, including parks and natural areas. The city will also offer extra protection for the homeless population. New evacuation sites are being activated, and authorities are also identifying financial resources to protect health, safety, and welfare.
Oregon Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley are traveling to incident command centers in Oregon today to be briefed on the ongoing fires.
So Cor Harlan's been in Clackamas County throughout the day and has an update for us.
Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley of Oregon say they have been pushing for more funding to pay for thinning of national forests so that when the forest does burn, it's deprived of the huge fuel amounts that turn garden variety fires into infernos.
The truth is that the problem is huge and the amount of resources we've been able to gain is totally inadequate. So it is a battle we're continuing to be immersed in.
Senator Wyden says the approval of the emergency declaration will use federal money to help pay for the costs of fighting the fire. And beyond that, Senator Wyden says he'll keep pushing for a bill that he has introduced called the 21st Century Conservation Act.
What it does is it puts people to work in the woods. And we've got a backlog of 2 million acres. 2 million acres that's ready to go for thinning and treatment. So in a couple of days, we'll be getting back on.
That's Senator Ron Wyden. Now, Portland Public Schools are canceling its meal kit services because of poor air quality. All other on-site activities canceled as well. However, distance learning will continue as planned.
The stress of the fires, on top of the stress we already have from the pandemic and protests, can cause a lot of mental health issues for everyone, especially for kids. Well, an expert we talked with suggests the best thing you can do is get you and your family up and moving, even if that's while staying indoors, of course, to avoid the smoke.
When we're in stressful situations, we start producing a lot of our hormones start producing stress, and then we're sitting there, and that all of those hormones just sit in our body. So when we're getting up and moving, whether it's walking outside or having a dance party inside, we're getting those stress hormones detoxed from our bodies.
She also suggests getting creative and getting active. Even if you aren't able to leave your home due to the smoke, find ways to stay moving inside.
So between the pandemic and now the wildfires, 2020 has been a challenging year for public health, especially for our lungs. Elizabeth Din standing by with more on what you can do to keep yourself healthy. Elizabeth?
Yeah, so important to stay healthy too, Jeff. So besides those flames, the bad air quality from the smoke can cause major health problems for people. And that is especially true for those who already have underlying health conditions. Health experts say the best thing to do is stay inside. They also have tips on what not to do to keep the air inside your home safe.
So certainly don't smoke inside right now. Limiting your cooking, limiting your frying or other things that would cause more particulates into the air. And we recommend not vacuuming either. Vacuuming can take the air particles and lift them up into the air and cause worse indoor air for you.
So Dr. Sarah Present, you just heard from her, also says that using a fan inside to stay cool is just fine. You got to make sure, though, it isn't bringing in any air from outside as well. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Elizabeth, that's the tricky part. You want to use the AC, you want to use a fan, but you can't pull in that air.
Right.
Well, we have more on this. People stuck living outside in these dangerous conditions. We'll show you how the community is stepping up to help and what you can do to help those affected by wildfires.
And later we'll go out live to Clackamas and Marion counties once again for an update on some of the most devastating fires in our lifetime.
The Blanchet House in Portland received mass donations to hand out to the homeless struggling with the bad air quality. They got about 500 KN95 masks from the Sunshine Division and Joint Office of Homeless Services. It's a huge help for people on the street caught in the smoke.
You know, they have nowhere indoors to go to get away from it. And so it's, you know, it's giving them headaches, it's hurting their eyes. A lot of the people that we serve are elderly, they're disabled, they're in really poor health. And so this is a really dangerous and terrible thing for them.
The Blanchet House is still looking for donations and volunteers to help pass out items during the wildfires. If you're interested, you can go to their website for more information. Now, if you're able to help and you want to help, maybe you're one of the people lucky that hasn't lost their job in this pandemic and you're looking for the best way to do it, the Red Cross has some suggestions. They tell us financial donations are the quickest and easiest and best way to help. Now, due to COVID-19, they're not able to get to take material goods or home-cooked or previously prepared meals. You can donate online, and we have a link to do that at KOIN.com.
Well, despite all the smoke cutting down visibility, PDX says it's not impacting flight operations at the airport. Flights today still taking off in the smoke and haze. Flights are still way below capacity due to the pandemic. Almost all flights today either on time or close to it.
Checking in on one of the places where people are evacuating to look at accommodations at the Oregon Convention Center is coming up.
Plus, a local fire department comes through with a big donation for a community that burned down in the Lion's Head fire. Natasha?
And even better weather conditions happening for us. A little progress every single day. Air quality is still an issue. It's in the unhealthy category for the western half of the state. But we are talking about wind direction, what that's going to be doing to all that smoke, and when we might be able to tap into some rain. Those details coming up.
Portland opening its doors to wildfire evacuees. The Red Cross welcoming people at a shelter now set up at the Oregon Convention Center. As of this morning, they had about 65 people there, but can take up to 300. And if needed, they are able to expand that capacity.
Several of them were at the Clackamas County Community College when we were operating a shelter there, and when public officials decided that that needed to be moved because of increased evacuation levels. Through the partnership with Multnomah County, we were able to bring them here, and we're here available for anybody who may need it.
And the shelter is running 3 different evacuation operations right now, one for fire evacuees, one for people in the county avoiding the bad air quality, and one for the pandemic. So you're asked to call 211 if possible before going to a shelter to find out if there's a closer one operating in your area.
After months and months of planning, the I-5 bridge project has been put on hold indefinitely because of the wildfires burning all around the region. Authorities want to keep escape routes open for people evacuating. ODOT hopes to start that project sooner than later. Remember, this was going to close down the north span of the bridge, but say logistical challenges could create even more delays.
We've got to bring in heavy equipment. We got to bring in the big cranes. We've got to make sure we connect with the shipping companies out there. There's a lot of things that have to be done. Federal permits are required.
So ODOT is working closely with law enforcement and firefighters to keep roads near the fires clear so people can evacuate. Conditions, of course, can change at a moment's notice. You can check up-to-date highway conditions at KOIN.com.
An example now of kindness during this crisis, the Aurora Fire Department reaching out to its counterpart in Detroit, Oregon with a generous gift. Aurora Fire tells us they're donating a surplus engine along with extra radios to Detroit Fire Department after the Detroit crews lost everything in the fire, including their fire engine. We showed you that video yesterday. The engine shipped out earlier today, and members of the Aurora Fire Department wrote encouraging messages on the front of the vehicle for their fellow firefighters.
Absolutely love to see that. Our friends on Sesame Street are thinking about us. Check out this tweet from the official Sesame Street Twitter account. It has a photo with Ernie and Snuffleupagus sharing a hug, and it reads, "Sending hugs, love, and safe wishes to all our friends on the West Coast who've been affected by the wildfires. Your friends on Sesame Street are here for you."
Well, I got to tell you, Bert and Ernie would love that the winds, their direction has changed, Natasha. But Natasha, a lot of folks saying, when will we see the smoke actually clear out?
The smoke, yeah, that is the #1 question. And considering that, here's something that most of you may not be aware of. A lot of what we use are the technology that we use to forecast involves computer models. And those computer models take in information from one location and kind of take it out in time, several days. But it cannot handle smoke. It just can't. So when we're looking at models, trying to figure out, okay, when is this smoke really going to clear? Just based on previous experience, this is what we're going on. And we think at least by Monday, we'll see huge improvements. Even by Sunday night, I think the coastline, at the very least, we'll start to see some clearing first. So winds are going to be out of the northwest here for the next few days. Air quality alert, though, does remain in effect until at least Monday. So keep that in mind. And that goes for pretty much the entire state of Oregon, even including Washington. A chance for rain as we get to Monday. That's something that we're all smiling about. Here's the big map looking at your air quality alerts. And you can see closest to Portland up and down the I-5 corridor also included in that air quality alert at least through Monday. Current wind speeds very light out there. It's a more or less very stable atmosphere that we're dealing with right now. Unfortunately, the other side of that stability is that we're dealing with this inversion. So basically the air is sinking, it's pressing down at the surface. That means there's not a whole lot of movement down below, so that smoke is just kind of hanging out with us. Right now, wind speeds anywhere from about 3 to 5 miles per hour. You can see right there. Portland at 5 out of the west and Corvallis at 3 out of the north. I want to show you the water vapor imagery. Why I like this imagery is because you can see very clearly where the dry air is and where the moist air is. So as we look at this loop of the last 12 hours, noticing we have some moist air starting to filter into the coastline, and that's already spreading to our inland valley locations. So this is helpful. We want to see increase in our dew points. Noticing our smoke forecast. So this is what we're talking about, is where exactly is the smoke going to go? Well, this at least takes into account what are we seeing with our winds aloft and what are we seeing with our winds at the surface. So we anticipate that those winds eventually will be coming out of the southwest and spreading that smoke, continuing in a northeasterly direction as we get through Sunday. But look at this. If all becomes, true to this model, then we'll see some clearing at the coast by Sunday night. Of course, a whole lot can change here over the next couple of days, but this is very encouraging to see. Now notice the worst of the smoke, though. It has to go somewhere. It's not just going to disappear. So we get through Monday and Tuesday. It continues to move out to the east, so places like Idaho and Montana will get our wildfire smoke. As we watch another area of low pressure come in Monday and Tuesday, yes, that means rain, but that also means we could be seeing a change in our wind direction once again. But that, coupled with some rain, I think the rain is going to win, and we'll get some big relief here starting on Monday. Again, want to show you the big difference in our temperatures because of the smoke basically covering up the sun. We are down almost 20 degrees in Central Oregon, over to the Dalles, Vancouver down about 15 degrees. Look at this, your temperature of 64. Now, there are many mornings when we start off at 64 degrees, so that's pretty significant. Pendleton, out towards Baker City, you have a little bit of sunshine, so your temperatures there are in the low 80s. Watch as that ridge breaks down. There's our area of low pressure bringing that in, and that takes us all the way through next Friday. So there's a chance we might be able to see a little bit of rain every single day. And even if it's just a few hundredths of an inch every single day, that would be significant. So for the weekend, your weekend forecast, we are expecting smoky skies likely through Sunday. Daytime highs moderated by that smoke, upper 60s to low 70s in that range. Monday, 68. Tuesday, now we're talking about rain that could stick around for more than just a few minutes, perhaps a few hours each day. Wednesday, Thursday, and even lasting through Friday.
Thanks, Natasha. Coming up, a live update on the fire and evacuation situations in Marion and Clackamas counties, where the Riverside and Beachy Creek fires continue to burn.